Greetings children. Welcome to the online classes. This is Aishwarya. Please like and subscribe the channel for the further updated videos. The following video is for class 4, subject General Science, chapter 13, Air Pollution, part 2. In part 1 of this lesson, we learned what is air pollution. So what is air pollution? When we introduce gases, dust particles, smokes or fumes or even odor, which is harmful to all living things, we say that the air is polluted. Pollutants affect the natural balance of the air. Air is supposed to be fresh, air is supposed to be clean, but we because of the human activities and certain natural sources, the air gets polluted. So to check the degree of air pollution, there is something called air quality index, which can tell us how bad the air is. Okay, so what are the harmful gases that are present in the air which act as air pollutants? Carbon monoxide, ozone, lead, nitrogen dioxide, particulate matter, sulfur dioxide, methane. This was told to you in the previous class. I hope you have learnt by now. So we learnt there are different causes of air pollution, right? There are certain natural causes of air pollution and certain man-made causes of air pollution. So I hope you have learned those harmful air pollutants that are present in the air. That is the carbon, I repeat again, carbon monoxide, ozone, lead, nitrogen dioxide, particulate matter, sulfur dioxide, methane. So today, in today's class, we will be learning about natural sources of air pollution. Mainly, the main natural sources of air pollution are dust, methane, forest fires and volcanoes. Dust, methane, 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 forest fires and volcano. These are the natural sources. These happen naturally. There is not much involvement of the man in it. Okay, so let's study in detail. First is the dust. So I'll be reading out from page number 110 from your textbooks. If you have them, please follow, children. Dust. We see large area of land with little or no vegetation. Okay, there are very little vegetation or there is no vegetation at all. In such places, there is a lot of dry dust. There is a lot of dry dust that will be present in the very area where there is no plantation, no trees, no plants. When there is no trees and no plants, lot of dry dust will be there. When wind blows, the dust enters the air as the dust storm. The picture that you can see is the picture of the dust storm. Usually it is more in the dry areas, okay, like deserts and different places where there is very less vegetation or no vegetation at all. The soil is very dry. In such places, these dust storms are very common. During dust storms that usually happen in summer, we must stay indoor. Then you will not inhale the dust. This dust can be harmful if you try to inhale them. Okay, it can cause problem in breathing. It can enter your lungs and cause problem in breathing. So when if the dust storms are very common in certain places like in the deserts and areas, there the people will stay inside the houses to stay safe because of this dust storm. Once the dust storm is passed, they can come out and lead the normal life. Okay, that's about the dust particles. Next is methane, methane. Methane is a gas which is produced during digestion of food. Okay, animal release methane gas during digestion of food. Some animals produce more methane than others. For example, cattle produce methane during their digesting food. Okay, so when cattle they are eating the grass or the vegetation and everything, they produce a lot of methane gas which can be harmful to the environment. Okay, that is another source of natural source of air pollution. So the next source of air pollution, natural source of air pollution, is the forest fires. Last year there was a forest fire in Australia, okay, which harmed a lot. Millions of animals were lost during this forest fire. So what is forest fire? Have you seen woods burning? Now imagine a whole forest burning. Okay, small woods, when you burn it in your houses, it's a little hot and you can see the temperature rise in your whole house. But can you imagine how it will be if the whole forest starts burning? The smoke and carbon monoxide from the forest fires are a major source of pollution. So the carbon monoxide and the smoke, the black smoke that will be produced because of the burning of the forest or the wood in the forest, the trees in the forest, can cause a lot of pollution, air pollution. Forest fires are also called as wildfires as they happen in the wild. Okay, because they happen in the wild, they are also called as wildfires. Okay, forest fires also called as wildfires. Next is the volcanoes. How the volcanoes affect the air pollution. What are volcanoes? Volcanoes means they are small openings on the large mountains where the lava from inside the earth comes out. Okay, those are called the volcanoes. Now, volcano activity produce sulfur, chlorine and ash particulates. Okay, lot of ash particulates, chlorine and sulfur, which is very harmful for the air, or which is not, which act as the air pollutants, are produced during the volcanic eruption or the volcanic activity. They spread far and wide depending on how strong the wind is blowing. If the wind is blowing very strongly, then the spread of these sulfur, chlorine and ash particulates are very high. So they spread far and wide depending on how strong the wind is blowing. So I hope you have understood this part of the lesson. The remaining part of the lesson we'll cover it in the next video. Stay at home, stay safe, take care of yourself and keep learning, children. Thank you.